Well, hello, boys and girls. I'm going to talk about another myth that we've been hearing is that, and it goes like this: Israel has killed 40,000 innocent civilians. Well, the first thing I would ask is, where does that number come from? If it's from the Gaza Health Ministry, which is run by Hamas, why should we believe it? They are a terrorist organization and perpetrators of October 7th. Why should we believe that they don't exaggerate the numbers? Other sources are the United Nations, the World Health Organization, and the Israeli government. The United Nations manages UNRWA, the United Nations Relief and Works Agency, which has been shown to employ Hamas operatives, or at least sympathizers, some of whom even took place in the October 7th massacres. The World Health Organization, in my opinion, is suspect after seeing their behavior during the COVID pandemic. Also, the Director General is Tedros Ghebreyesus, who was a member of the Tigray People's Liberation Front, a left-wing ethnic nationalist paramilitary group classified as a terrorist organization by the Ethiopian government in May 2021. Also, revealingly, Tedros stated on Facebook on 13th December 2013, "Islam means peace. Islam is peace." I'll let that sink in for a little. These facts leave the government of Israel outstanding as more reliable, although one cannot deny their potential bias. But regardless of the actual numbers, the fact is that war creates casualties. What the actual numbers are is hard to determine, but it is obvious that they will be driven up by the fact that the war is being waged in probably the highest density urban environment in the world, consisting of both above ground and, we discover, underground infrastructure as well. They are also driven up by the fact that Hamas mixes itself in with the population. On the other hand, the numbers will be driven down mainly by Israel's unprecedented war practices of moving civilian populations, providing advance warning of attacks, and exercising precisely focused maneuvers using precision weapons. So another big question is, what is an innocent civilian? A workable definition might be, it is one who is not involved, who does not agree with the agenda of Hamas, and who stays away from Hamas and the combat zones. But it's been shown that a majority of Gazans support Hamas, that Gazan mothers teach their children to hate Jews and Israel, that Gazan schools teach Jew and Israel hatred, that ordinary Gazans took part in the October 7th massacres, held hostages in their homes, and celebrated October 7th in the streets. Further, they allow themselves to be used as human shields. I watched a Gazan mother say on camera that her highest dream for her son was that he be martyred fighting the Jews. So, let's face it, it is a death-glorifying culture. As well, There does not appear to be much resistance to Hamas in Gaza. Therefore, the conclusion must be that many, if not the majority, of Gazans are not innocent but complicit. Finally, an implication of that statement that Israel is killing many thousands is that Israel is aiming to randomly kill as many Gazans as possible and carpet bomb whole neighborhoods, and therefore is an evil state and people. Thus, if this idea can be promoted, Israel can be demonized in the eyes of the world. From a consideration of the conditions on the ground as described above, and the ruthlessness of Hamas as demonstrated on October 7th, it's easy to see that Hamas would have no problem waging a propaganda war to the detriment of their own people, to swing world opinion away from Israel and toward themselves and Gazans as the to-be-pitied victims. Hamas knows full well that winning this propaganda war could mean life or death for them. Shalom, guys and gals.